what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the what's next on Stephen Fulton Jr., the now former unified super bantamweight champion, after he suffered the first loss of his career by a one-sided 8th round TKO defeat, to where he lost his belts to the monster Naoya Inoue on was it July 25th, I believe, when they fought on ESPN in Japan. Now, before we get into that, if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I try to build my channel up here. And if you don't like what I'm doing, you can always leave me a thumbs down or leave a comment. So back to Stephen Fulton. Very tough loss for Stephen Fulton. You know, he had a lot of momentum, beating the fighters that he had beaten up to that point. But going in against Inoue, you know, he had a lot of confidence, but he just couldn't figure out Inoue. Inoue just broke him down. Dominant performance. Definitely, you know, hurts a fighter's pride right there. But Stephen Fulton should and will be back. And I really believe wholeheartedly he's going to 126. There's really nothing else for him here at 122. Even though the belts will likely go vacant, you know, and he would probably have an opportunity at one of them. I just think he's better suited to fight at 126. Now, we'll run through 122 and see what could happen, but he's officially not even ranked in any of the governing bodies anymore, you know, like ranked high. So it would really be by choice for him to stay at 122 and fight somebody in the top 10. So let's run through it, see if anything makes sense. Obviously, he's not getting an Inoue rematch. He's not going to get Tapoulis in the ring because Tapoulis is likely fighting Inoue. Likely not going to get MJ. They're with different promotions. MJ's also coming off a split decision defeat to Tapoulis, so I'm not seeing that. Luis Nery. Only possibility I think for him and Nery would be if they allowed Fulton to fight for one of the vacant titles. If Inoue beats Tapoulis and then vacates all the belts, I could see a possibility if the governing body, the WBC, were to allow Nery and him to fight. Azah Havanassian, not likely. Havanassian's a very tough guy. They're both coming off knockout losses. But Havanassian's a very tough guy to want to return against. I don't see that fight. Sam Goodman. I think Fulton would be into this fight, but I don't think he gets it. Goodman's coming off the win over Aleem. He doesn't need this fight, and he's already the IBS #1 ranked contender. So he's basically waiting around for a title shot. Rais Aleem, even though they're with the PBC, I don't see them getting matched up against each other. I think it's kind of a bad matchup. They're both coming off of losses. I don't see them mixing it up. Liam Davies of the United Kingdom, undefeated fighter, would be interesting, but I don't see it. And then Inoue Baluta, awkward fighter. He's fighting a guy named Dennis McKeon next. I don't think they're gonna lock horns against each other. Doesn't mean they can't, but I don't think they're gonna lock horns. So I really don't see anybody in the top 10, and I, you know, but that's also saying I don't believe Fulton is returning to 122. Now 126, Luis Alberto Lopez, not likely. With different promoters. Even if Lopez were to lose his title, I don't see him and Fulton locking horns. Lee Wood, not likely. Even if Wood wins, he's likely moving to 130. If he loses, he might move to 130 or just go in a different direction. Another one, different promoters, not likely. Mauricio Lara, I don't see it. Tough matchup for Fulton in his first fight anyways, and they're also with different promoters. Brandon Figueroa, a rematch? Possible. If Figueroa is the champ and Inoue doesn't move up and fight Figueroa, maybe Stephen Fulton moves into that box, but I really believe Figueroa is going to maybe make Fulton get a debut fight at 126 to build their rematch. Because right now, Fulton has lost his steam. Now, it doesn't mean that Figueroa is not going to want his revenge. I absolutely think he will. But I think he's going to back off a little and wait around and see what comes his way first and then go from there. That's my opinion. Then, Ray Vargas. win or lose, if Ray Vargas wins, I don't think Stephen Fulton would be his first defense, even though they're both PBC guys. I'm talking about if Vargas beats Brandon Figueroa. And if he loses, I don't think he's going to want to fight a guy like Fulton. So I'm not seeing this one either. Josh Warrington, not likely. Win or lose against Lee Wood, just not likely. Different promoters. Robeisy Ramirez, same thing. He's the WBO champ. I don't think he fights Stephen Fulton. Different promoters. And then Isaac Dogbe, Joet Gonzalez, and Michael Conlon are all with Top Rank. And I don't see Bob Arum signing up any one of those guys to fight Stephen Fulton Jr. in his debut fight at 126. Honestly believe Stephen Fulton is probably going to have to go back to the drawing board, and he's probably going to have to fight, just like a tune-up type fight next, shake off the rust, and it might be a while before he makes that return. We might not see Stephen Fulton back until next spring. He might be out a while after that loss, or he might try to turn it around right away and shake the loss off and go get a win before the end of the year. In either manner, I really do believe Stephen Fulton's going to be fighting at 126 moving forward. I definitely think he'll make some noise. But tough defeat again to Inoue. We'll see what Stephen Fulton does. That's my what's next on former unified champ Stephen Fulton Jr. following his 8th round TKO loss to the monster Naoya Inoue on July 25th. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.